Welcome to your practice, yogis. Today, our practice is a 30-minute shoulder Lovin practice. So we'll get right to it. But before we do, you might choose to have a block, maybe a strap, and maybe a blanket. All of those are optional. So let's get started in a comfortable seat. Allow your eyes to rest closed, and let's take a moment here to connect to our breath. Allow your shoulders to stack above your hips. Feel your chin move parallel to the floor. Feel shoulder heads move back slightly. Pull your lower ribs back into the belly. And then we'll begin. Allow your eyes to open softly. Starting with shoulder rolls, bring your shoulders forward, up, exhale, back, and down. Inhale, forward, up, exhale, back, and down. A few more rounds just like that. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Really allowing the breath to guide the movement. And then switching directions. Inhale, back, up, exhale, forward, and down. Good. Good. We'll take 3 more rounds right here. Good. Now from here, moving into some side body stretching. Place your right hand just off to the right of the right hip. Soften the elbow to the earth. Reach the left arm up and over. Feel the right ribs reach towards the front. Good. In breath here. And then exhale right over to the other side. Soften the left elbow into the waist. Soften the left shoulder down. Reach that right arm up and over. And really ground that upper arm bone into the shoulder socket. So we can do that by corkscrewing our hand, bringing that pinky finger under to root that into the socket. In breath here. And then exhale back through center. Tipping back just to switch the cross of the legs, adding some easy twists. Moving into the direction of the right, place the left hand on the right knee, bring the right hand behind, inhale, lift the chest and reach the right shoulder back as the left shoulder lengthens forward. Getting nice and long in the spine, rotating around the spinal column. Inhale here. And exhale over to the left. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind. One more inhale here. And exhale back through center. Stretch the arms behind you. Really reach those fingertips behind as if the backs of the hands are going to come together. And then we're going to bring the right elbow on top of the left for eagle arms. Now, if this shape does not work for your body, you can straighten the right arm and use the left forearm to draw that in towards the body. So whatever works for your body, working to open the backs of the shoulders, breathing into the space behind the heart, elbows lift, upper arm bones root back into the shoulders, belly draws in, maybe the forearms reach forward. You can stay here, or if you like, rounding the back, tucking the chin, bringing the elbows in towards the belly. Then inhale, lifts up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, open the arms once again out to a T. And then left elbow over right. Again, if this bind of the forearms doesn't feel good for your body, straighten the left arm, walk the right forearm towards the left forearm, and draw that into the chest. Otherwise, holding eagle arms here, lifting the elbows, soften the upper arm bones into the sockets, and then reach those forearms and hands forward. If you like, rounding the back, tucking the chin, bringing the elbows in towards the waist, letting go of the head. And then inhaling back up through to center. Release the arms. Go ahead and shake them out. Moving into all fours into our tabletop position. Plant the palms beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. A few rounds of cat-cow here. Inhale through neutral. Exhale, round the back. Tuck the chin. Lengthen the gaze back between the thighs. Use the inhale to open the heart, splay the sitting bones, lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen, open the heart. And exhale, round the back. Coming back to neutral table, keeping your left palm grounded. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, we're going to pause here, allow our forearm to hover. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, weave it through. Inhale, reach it up. And then this time, planting that upper arm, coming onto the side of the face. Reaching the left arm up, bending at the elbow, flipping the palm, and then bringing the hand behind the waist. Opening the left shoulder up towards the sky, pressing into the outer edge of that right shoulder as you open the heart. Threading the needle here. One more in-breath. And then exhale, left palm lowers. Inhale, reach that right arm back up. And exhale, ground. Moving on to the other side. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, weave it under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, weave it under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread it all the way through, coming down onto the temple, tuck the chin. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Flip the palm, bend the elbow, place the back of the hand behind the waist, behind at the sacrum, or wrapping it around, reaching for that left thigh. Right shoulder reaches up. Press into that bottom shoulder to open through the right, opening across the chest. Also want to make sure that that chin is tucking slightly so the back of the neck isn't extended too far. One more in-breath here. Allow that breath to go wide. And then exhale, release the palm. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, left palm grounds. Step the hands one hand distance forward. Tuck your toes, lift your hips right into downward facing dog. Couple rounds of breath here. Walking it out, bending one knee deep and then the other. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left knee comes down. Inhale, arms reach up. And then exhale, release the hands behind, interlace the fingers. Lengthen the interlaced fingers as you lift the heart up. So the sink of the hips may back off a little bit to protect the lower back. Hug the thighs in towards each other. Grab a strap if you need to place in between your hands to create more openness and freedom for the shoulders. In breath here. Exhale, release the hands, step it back to plank pose. From plank, lower down knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Come all the way to the earth. We're going to reach the hands behind, palms face each other. Inhale into locust pose. Maybe the feet lift, lifting from the hamstrings, keeping the back of the neck long, and then draw those lower ribs in as the shoulder blades scoot towards each other on the back. In breath here. Exhale, palms come down, lower the feet, make your way back to downward facing dog. Left leg rises on the in-breath. Exhale, left foot comes forward, drop the right knee down. Inhale, arms reach up. You can start by sinking the hips forward here, as long as those inner thighs are hugging in. That'll help to support the core, bringing those lower abdominal muscles into play here, keeping the lower back stable and strong. And then reach the arms back and down. Interlace the awkward interlace and lengthen that interlace towards the floor. Heart lifts. Back off on the lunge if you need to support the spine. Lift the gaze. Keep the back of the neck long. In breath here. Exhale, release the hands. Make your way back to plank pose. Knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga to the earth. Bring the arms behind you. Inhale for locust, lifting from the hamstrings. Pull those lower ribs into the body. In breath here. Exhale, lower down. Make your way back to downward facing dog. 2 more rounds of breath here. And then on your next exhale, step your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Root down to rise up, arms extend. Exhale, palms to heart. Bring your hands to your hips, step your right foot out. Feet are parallel. Now turn your right toes out and your left toes in. Drop your right knee into lunge. Good. Extend the arms, warrior 2. From here, bring that right arm up, bend at the elbow, and place the left hand on the right elbow, opening up through the right underarm and the inside of the shoulder, as well as the outer, the lateral part of the shoulder. Good. Keep broadness in the space between the shoulder blades. And you can look out past your right arm. Find your drishti, your gaze soft. Then re-extend your arms. Joyful warrior on the in-breath, right arm lifts. Good. Exhale. Extended side angle. Now, if you have any shoulder issues right now, and this action doesn't feel good for the shoulder, go ahead and bring the shoulder behind, moving into a bind. Right hip reaches back. Firm the left thigh. Keep the left elbow close into the waist. In breath here. Exhale, making your way back to joyful warrior. Press into that right heel, straighten the leg. Exhale, extend the arms to a T, right into Trikonasana. Same thing with the shoulder. If it feels good to extend it up, great. If not, modify with the half bind. Support yourself through your practice by making these adjustments so that you can continue to practice safely, listening to the needs of the body. One more in-breath here. Right ribs roll forward. Exhale, soften that knee. Come back to warrior 2. Straighten the leg. Bring the feet parallel. And bring the hands behind you. You can place the heels of the hands on the rim of the pelvis. You can clasp opposite elbows. You can interlace your fingers or take the strap between your hands. So find the position that works best for your body. Firm the thighs, lift the front of the pelvis, and then hinge, releasing yourself into a forward fold. Be sure not to lock those elbows. Create a soft bend for the elbows, and then shake the head yes and no. Release the hands to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root down to rise up, arms extend. Exhale, palms to heart. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your left toes out. Drop into that warrior 2 shape. Heel to arch alignment, arms extend. Reach the left arm up, bend at the elbow, allow the hand to drop between the shoulder blades. Take the right hand to the left elbow and create some freedom for the neck. And then bring the gaze out past that left arm. In breath here. Exhale, release into joyful warrior. Left arm lifts. Exhale, extended side angle. Again, make any modifications that you'd like for your shoulder, especially on the right side here. Otherwise, extending those fingertips up overhead, bicep in line with the ear. Left ribs roll forward, left shoulder reaches back. Firm that right thigh, ground through the outer edge of that right foot. Then pressing into the sole of the left foot, inhale, joyful warrior. Press into that left heel to straighten that leg. And as you're ready, extend the arms to a T. Feel the left hip reach back as the left fingertips reach forward, descending into Trikonasana. Right arm reaches up, left ribs reach forward. One more in-breath here. Soften through that left knee. Inhale to come back up. Bring your hands to your hips. Parallel those feet once again. Keep the hands on the hips. Inhale, firm the thighs. Exhale, hinge and fold. Now reach your fingertips towards your big toes. And then bend the elbows away from each other. Let go of the head. Inhale, halfway lift, bring the heels and toes out. We're going to bend our right knee towards the right, straighten the left leg for Skandasana, keeping the hips lowered and the hands grounded. In breath here. Exhale, walk those hands to the left, right leg straightens, left knee bends. One more each side. In breath here. Exhale, over to the right, heart lifts. In breath here. Exhale, over to the left. In breath here. Exhale, back through center. Parallel those feet once again. Now, crawl the hands forward as if you were setting up for downward facing dog, but keep the hips above the heels. Now, bend that right knee. Reach the left arm underneath the right. Take clasp on the outer edge of the right shin or ankle. Bend the left elbow towards the earth. Bring the gaze up underneath the right arm, and then straighten through that right leg. One more in-breath here. Exhale, left hand releases. Pause at neutral. And then soften the left knee as you reach the right arm to the outer edge of the left leg or ankle. Bend the right elbow towards the ground and then straighten through that left leg. Look up underneath that left arm. Keep bending the right elbow towards the ground. Breathing fully into the whole self. Release the right hand. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come back beneath the shoulders. And step or hop the feet to center. Go ahead and lower into a squat. Toes out, heels in, palms come together. Add one more in-breath here. And then exhale, we're going to come back into neutral table. Bring the big toes together and walk ourselves forward into puppy pose. So you can rest your chest on the earth, your chin on the earth, or your forehead on the earth. And the arms can go wide. The arms can bend at the elbows, whatever makes sense for your shoulders right now. Keep those hips right above the knees. And then slowly lift up. Bring the hands back beneath the shoulders. We're going to lower down onto our bellies. Come right into Sphinx pose. Elbows beneath the shoulders. Palms, fingers spread wide, tops of feet press. Take the action of dragging your elbows back towards the tops of your hips. Good. Feel that traction in the lower back. Now pull the lower ribs into the body. Press the tops of the feet to charge up the thighs. Keep length in the back of the neck and allow the shoulders to move down and away from the ears. One more in-breath here. And then exhale, stack the palms, bring the elbows out to the side, rest the forehead. Stretch your right arm out to a T. Place your left hand on the mat next to your left side. Tuck your chin into your chest, bring your forehead, or your temple rather, onto the mat, and then begin rolling to the right side of the body. Good. Take the left leg, maybe bend it, and then place the sole of the foot behind the right leg. Now the left hand can stay just where it is, propping yourself up, serving as a rudder here, guiding you through this shape. Maybe the left arm reaches up, bends at the elbow, and the back of the hand comes behind the waist. Or maybe the hand extends towards the right fingertips. So there's different stages of this pose, just depending on the openness of your shoulders. So listen to your body here. Pay close attention to what it's telling you. You can work towards rolling towards your lower back, keeping the sole of that left foot grounded, opening the front of the right shoulder. In-breath here. And then exhale, slowly rolling all the way back onto your belly with the left arm reaching out to a T. Place the right hand on the mat, roll to the left side of the body, tuck the chin into the chest. Take the right leg and place the sole of the foot behind the left leg. The right hand can stay just where it is, or maybe reaching it up, bending at the elbow, placing the back of the hand behind the waist, opening that right shoulder. Maybe it extends even further, interlacing the fingers behind. One more inhale here. And then exhale, coming back onto your belly. Plant the palms, make your way back up to tabletop, and we're going to make our way now onto our backs. So crossing at your ankles, extending forward, lowering onto your backs with knees bent. Preparing for bridge pose. Lengthen the fingertips towards the heels. Root down through the heels. Allow the heels to be right below the knees, and allow the knees and the thighs to be hip width apart. You're always welcome to place a block between your thighs, especially in bridge pose for stabilization. It's a personal preference, so use the props as you need them. And then press the lower back into the mat and feel the tail lift slightly, lengthening towards the back of the knees. And then as you begin to press into the feet, feel the spine lifting, vertebra at a time. Once you get to your shoulders, roll one and then the other shoulder under. Interlace those fingers, press them into the mat, and then press the back of the head into the mat too, so that the gentle curve of the cervical spine, the area of the neck, stays curved. Feel the power of the hamstrings, of the quadriceps, of the glutes. Make sure those knees stay right above the ankles. Allow the breath to be full. One more inhale here. And then slowly begin to roll down as you release the shoulders. Once the back of the pelvis is grounded, bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open. Hands can rest at the sides or on your belly. And then hands come to the outer thighs. Draw the knees in. Drawing that right leg in, extending the left heel. Inhale here. And then allow that right knee to roll over to the left side, extending the right arm out to a T. Maybe the palm faces down. The gaze can extend towards that right hand. But if that shoulder is lifted, bend the elbow so that that right arm is in the shape of a field goal, helping to descend the shoulder blade down. The palm will face up. And now breathe into the side of the waist. Inhale here. And then exhale, coming back onto the back. Bring the left foot in. Neutralize the hips. Extend the right leg long. Draw the left knee into the chest. Soften the shoulder blades down to the earth. And then bringing that left knee across the body over to the right side. Extend that left arm out to a T. Place that palm down, making any accommodations for that left shoulder that you need to. Breathe deep into the lower left quadrant of the back. Feel the heaviness of the shoulders. Allow the breath to soothe any areas of tightness. Good. One more inhale here. And then exhale, making your way back onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest, hug your chest into your thighs, and then bring the arms inside the knees, clasp onto the outer edges of the feet, and then lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Raise the soles of the feet to the sky, pausing here in happy baby. If you like, you can rock from side to side, massaging the outer hips. Good. One more in-breath here. And then bring those knees back into the chest. Rock forward into seated. If you'd like to take a few more minutes of your practice and rest in Shavasana, I'll always encourage you to do that. However, to finish with a nice 30-minute shoulder-loving flow, we're going to end our presentation of this class here right now. Bring your palms to heart center. Thank you for joining me today. The light in me honors and celebrates the light in you. As you go out into the world, remember to shine. Namaste.